Court.
But it's because we
No.
muted right now.
No.
Oh, okay. I hear y'all.
Y'all, you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Microphone check.
Where we can share it?
It's on there now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it say mic is muted. Okay. So we ready.
Okay, so we ready.
Kyra starting.
Not us talking while we already ready.
Oh, we ready though.
we already on
muted,
here.
though.
We ready. No, we
Hey,
live.
y'all.
Oh,
Good
Hey,
evening. Good evening.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
How was
On
y'all
this-
weekend?
I got short term
What a
memory. I
bad
don't
thing.
remember.
Me too. I was trying to think of what did I do. Oh,
I
I
know.
did my sister open house this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Saturday. It was nice. Yeah,
Oh.
that's it.
I had a wedding.
Oh,
Yeah, we saw
girl,
you.
was
It was
live.
so
Y'all
cute.
see me?
They was- I saw you,
You was
dropping
so
down
cute.
low with it.
Period.
Yes.
You said you had them. They was busting down
They
that
was,
deal.
girl,
They was.
that deal.
It
was
goes
popping.
down in the DM.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. What
You
do,
was
Maya?
cute.
Ain't nothing wrong with it though.
What you do?
What I do, I ain't do nothing this weekend. Thank God, because I'm always running around. I had a chill weekend this weekend. I had a girls' day Saturday with my niece. We went and got our nails and our feet done.
Okay.
Did a little relaxation. That's all I did. It was low key this weekend, just like I like it.
That's good.
Now I know what I've been doing.
What?
I've been early fall cleaning.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Yes, we've been decluttering. I just finally cleared out the black drawer in the kitchen. Well, Tyree is at home cleaning out the black drawer in the kitchen. So we are getting rid of this drawer. We'll see how long that lasts.
I'm doing that
But
this
I was about to
weekend.
say
I'm,
that.
I'm cleaning this weekend.
It's like you clean it
Get
out, you
rid of
get right
stuff.
back junky. Like,
Because you get ready to kick them kids out.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I'm
you
trying
just
to
start
get
cleaning.
prepared.
Get ready.
Kick them kids out.
Yes.
Kids out.
so I Googled something today that, I'm sorry, not today, last week, and I didn't even know it was a thing. But have y'all ever heard of signs of toxic positivity? Before I sent this to y'all.
No.
Not at
I
all.
didn't even think that was a thing.
No.
Those
I
two
didn't even know
words
it was a
together
thing.
didn't feel like it goes
It
together.
didn't.
It didn't.
I was like, what? Is that a thing?
It's
And I used to
weird.
always wonder that. So I'm gonna give y'all an example, and I'm gonna ask y'all, what's your sign of toxic positivity? Always being the strong one and getting on with it. Have you ever heard somebody say, just let it go?
Me
Mhm.
telling
Just,
people
just,
to just let it go.
You do?
But it's still bothering you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it bothering you, like when you say telling people to let it go? Like when somebody telling you that, like to just let it go?
Uh-huh. And you
They
haven't
being
even,
positive, you
Yeah.
saying, but to
But
you, it's kind of like
still-
toxic.
Yeah.
So well, I forgot the word I was gonna use, but they're not meaning to be that way. Because it's dismissive. It's really dismissive.
Hey,
But how?
Hey.
y'all.
But is it dismissed? Like,
So-
how are they saying it
So,
though?
That's
for
another
example,
thing,
I could
too.
be having a bad day. You may acknowledge that I'm having a bad day. You can easily just tell me like, "Oh, days could be worse, girl. You'll be fine. Move on. Have a smile." But
sometimes
it's not.
that is irritating.
It could be, and they're not doing it on purpose. They don't even know they're doing it. They just have that mask, that facade of positivity. They're just trying to stay that way.
Mhm.
But in reality, it's a little bit. It's just showing that my emotions are like kind of unworthy of being acknowledged. And that's how it could be taken. They don't mean it that way. They're not trying to be that way, but that's what it is. Because everybody want to just be so positive. You want to be this every day.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's okay to have a bad day. And if I'm having a bad day, it's okay to acknowledge that I'm having a bad day. It's okay
Right.
to
I
say,
agree.
how you feeling?
You heard
I
that
pray
before?
you get better or whatever. But dang, what's going on?
She said she
they heard of
that
that before. I've never
Yeah,
heard of this.
I
y'all.
haven't.
I've never heard.
But
didn't
I
even know
heard
it's a
all
thing.
these signs. Ooh,
Definitely.
I was like,
it triggered.
It was
a trigger.
triggering. It was
very
so triggering.
So,
made me think of my toxic traits. I was like, let me see.
so when they
Yeah,
girl,
tell
you
you,
be being toxic too.
so when you say you having a bad day, because I
Mhm.
wouldn't get offended,
No.
but apparently people get offended. Like
Yeah.
apparently that's a thing. So you having a bad day and you talking to your homegirl.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
You telling your homegirl I had a bad day. Kids getting on my nerve, life getting on my nerves. We just life and it's getting on my nerves. So we have the conversation, and then me as a friend, I'm trying to offer that positivity to get you out of that funk.
Mhm.
Not that I'm not acknowledging your feelings about
Mhm.
your
Yeah,
bad
I
day,
like that.
but
Okay.
because I'm your friend, I don't want you to sit in that.
Yeah.
So why would someone consider that toxic or not acknowledgement of your
That's a
feelings?
good question.
So it's not that they're not considering it that you. It's not necessarily. What I'm trying to say.
To me,
If
I think
someone's
it
doing
depends
that
on how
to you,
you
want to
how it's
acknowledge.
said.
Yeah, it's how you say it, but you also want to tell them that you acknowledge that they're trying to be helpful, but in that moment, it's not always helpful. You may think you're being helpful, but you're really not.
Sometimes you just don't want to
Not
hear nothing.
not all the time. You're right. Sometimes you want to
just
hear
don't want to hear nothing. I'm learning that now, though.
So why you share it?
Well,
I might just want to vent. Like I might just
sometimes,
want to get it off my chest.
There you go, Gene.
I might just want you to agree with
That's what.
or just
I'm
listen.
saying, and not necessarily if you don't necessarily agree, but like if it's something that we usually talk about and you usually agree with it, then this time I might don't want to hear, oh well, it's gonna be okay. I might want you to hear, well, yeah, that boy do need to get up and clean up and help you do this or do that and do.
I need
I
you to
might
feed
need
it to
to-
me.
yeah, I might need you to give me a little bit. I don't know.
Look at Maya
That's
face.
why it's toxic.
Baby, you
But that's why it's
read
toxic because
Yeah.
you're
And so-
looking for that negativity. I mean,
Okay, that's the
why
point
it's
I'm
called
trying to.
toxic.
That's the point I was trying to pull
Yes.
out
Not
of it.
always.
Because listen
Yes,
to the point I'm trying to
it
pull out of
is.
that though. So are you telling me you had a bad day?
Okay.
Kids get on my nerve, man get on my nerve, work get on my nerve, everything on my nerve, I'm a nerve.
Okay.
So you call me.
Uh-huh.
I'm letting you vent. You venting. And then we having a conversation. Dang, girl, that's messed up. So I'm acknowledging. Because
Nope.
first part of it,
See, that's
so
why I
first
said
But you
part
ain't
of it-
acknowledging it.
I'm acknowledging your feelings. I'm acknowledging that you had a bad day.
Okay.
So I'm asking you what happened, why was it a bad day, what them kids did, what that man did. I'm acknowledging all your feelings. Because when I read it, it said not acknowledging people's feelings
It's
if,
more.
if they having a bad day. So I'm
Uh-huh.
acknowledging your feelings.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, we not gonna sit in that. We gonna move on.
then that's different.
So then I feel like you got the problem at that point.
Oh.
If you feel like I'm being
Well,
toxic
sometimes
and me
everybody
trying to
can't
tell you to
move on that fast.
I'm not saying move on right now. Like to get up right now and
Yeah.
just
Because guess
you
what?
know.
After we done had this conversation, me and you done went out, and guess what? When you leave, guess what? I'm right back in that funk.
but why
So how
though?
do I don't know.
So that's a person that what I'm saying is
that's a
don't
personal.
project
Yeah,
that toxic
on you.
positivity
Okay.
onto
So let me
me.
read this.
You putting that on back that you got to take accountability. For
I
you
agree.
just wanna
I
be
agree.
negative.
I
Right.
agree.
So that's why I
agree.
said that's why it's toxic positivity because
Yeah.
you trying to put something positive, but in that moment, I'm not trying to take something
Yeah.
positive from
So
it.
look, where we go. Oh, I thought we saw it. So
No.
look, it said
Hey,
toxic
midget.
positivity, also known as positive toxicity or excessive positivity, is a dysfunctional way of managing emotions that involves dismissing or invalidating negative emotions and replacing them with false reassurances. It's an extreme form of optimism that involves the belief that people should maintain a positive mindset no matter what or how difficult a situation is. That's not realistic. Toxic positivity can manifest in a number of ways, but that's not realistic just to be telling somebody they're never able to be sad. I'm never able to have this moment.
Who said you couldn't be sad? I said
Nobody,
don't
but
sit in the
I would want to
sadness.
call someone, and every time I know I've been that
You
friend.
get-
So I read
right.
myself by doing this, and I've been that
Yes.
friend. And I apologize to those friends who called me because I know I've had a few friends that have called me and just want to vent and talk and let it all out. And I'm just like, girl, it'll be fine.
They
It's
don't
this,
want to
it's
be
this.
fixed. They don't.
So I don't
Sometimes
think you
it's-
should apologize for that. That
I'm
sounds
not
very
apologizing
No,
for it,
she
but
not
sometimes people just
apologizing
want to be
for
able to get it
that.
out.
She just right.
You can't be so unrealistic. No one is going to have the best day ever every single day.
Nobody
Right.
is
It's
saying
okay
that.
to acknowledge those bad moments.
I didn't say don't acknowledge. I said don't sit. And I think as friends, if I allow you to sit, I'm not being your friend.
But you gotta allow me to heal too. Don't sit
Yeah,
here and tell
I
me
didn't say you
that
had to heal. I didn't
But
say
in
you
that
had
moment,
to
I
heal
may
right
need
now.
this. I may need these couple hours.
So you
don't
want
keep
me-
telling me get up out of it, man.
So you
I
want
need
me?
these
So if
couple
you call
hours.
me and you mad, oh this nigga da 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 da, we about to go out here bust these tires out. We about to go tear some shit up. So now I'm supposed to just be like, girl, let's go tear this shit up.
No.
No, I didn't
No.
say
Saying
feed into
that.
the
We
BS.
ain't say
No one
feed
said
into
don't
it,
say nothing
yeah.
positive to the person.
No.
It's
That's
just
not what we're
don't
saying.
just.
Don't
Don't
help
just
me
mi-
because I'm very confused.
What
This
happened
sounds
to you?
very
You got to tell
dysfunctional.
us what happened.
You ever
to
had
you.
somebody that's yes? You ever had somebody to say, "Girl,
rather than
my-
tell them the truth?
yes,
She said
okay.
people want you to soak with them.
And
Then
see, that's the
rather
problem.
tell
That's
them
what
the
I'm
truth.
saying. And I just reposted that on Facebook right before we came in here.
Really?
I am not the friend that is going to sugarcoat to try to massage you. I love you. We're going to talk about it, but we're not going to sit in a negative place. I am going to tell you that it's positive in this. It's positivity in everything that
I
happens,
think we're
but it's
missing
not.
it.
But it's not that we're not acknowledging. I'm not telling you not to have sad feelings. I'm not telling you not to acknowledge those hurtful feelings or any emotions that are negative, as they said on Google.
I don't think you trying to tell me, not to acknowledge my feelings, but at the same time, if I'm talking to you and you be like, girl, just let it go. That's kind of
That's the
irritating.
toxic
positivity
That's the
person.
toxic
We're talking about
positivity.
that person.
Like,
so we're not talking about the person
yeah.
who's in that moment. We're talking about the person who's
Like,
always
don't tell
saying,
me to
girl,
get
get out
over
of that
something.
moment. You are a toxic positive person, Maya. I am too. But this
It's
moment,
like
gonna
in
call
that-
me.
you are-
I am not
it's like-
toxic.
It's like
I am
in the
no,
positive
you are
moment.
you are
saying.
approving the definition of what we're trying to say at this
Yeah.
very moment.
I don't want you to be like, girl, get over it. You
Get
ain't
over
got
it, girl.
to-
Get out of that
No,
spot.
I'm telling you what's hurting my feelings. I'm telling you.
And
what
you
I'm
telling
going
me
through.
get
You
over it,
telling me
get-
to get
you're
over
the
it. You ain't about
toxic
to suck it to
positive
it. You about to go
Right.
drink. No, I want to talk about what I'm going through.
Right
Yeah.
now,
Are we-
at
right
this
now, at
moment.
this
So
moment.
are we
Yes.
having a constructive conversation, or you just want
No,
but
a
you're toxic
constructive
positive because you're
conversation.
not listening. You're not validating. You're not acknowledging
you're
what
not
I'm feeling because
acknowledging
you're
her
so busy
feelings.
trying to fix
You
what I
trying
got
to
going
fix
on.
me,
and
I'm
You're
trying
not
to
listening
tell
to
you.
me.
Yes.
I'm so very sorry, friends. Call me tonight so y'all can cry. I give y'all tonight only to call me on the phone and y'all can cry.
Come on, Maya, fell in the
I mean, 'cause this is
No,
foolish.
Marlon
This
fall into
Marlon,
the trap. That's
Marlon,
all
this
I'm
is foolish. This is what they're saying on this,
It's not.
on this podcast
It's not.
tonight.
It's just in that very moment. Sometimes in that one particular moment, you just might need to just
How
let
long-
it all out.
How long the moment gonna
No,
last?
but I want you to
Say
be real and
right,
raw
honey.
with me.
You
No.
out there trying to rush my healing.
And I thought
Yes,
I was bad.
but-
It's her too.
Yeah.
You
trying to rush
saying you
my-
don't want them to give you
Yeah.
the real. I want you to give me the real. I want you to tell me, no, we ain't about to do this. We ain't about to do that. But at the same time, I want you
Consider
to
my
allow
feelings.
me
Yeah.
to
I'ma
feel
allow
like
that.
that's
I'ma
what-
allow
right.
that.
So then that's when it don't become toxic.
So if I tell you right now, girl, I'm so sad. This man did X, Y, and Z. What is your response?
What
Is
did
it?
he
Don't
do?
worry about it.
No, I'm gonna ask you. I want to have a conversation first.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
wanna
then
know
it's
what
not-
happened.
then it ain't you.
We gonna talk about it. I want you to lay it out
Right.
to me. Then we
Right.
gonna have a
So if
conversation.
I came to you like Maya,
That's much
I
better.
found my
I
man.
mean, that's what I do. But we not gonna live in that. And all this gonna happen in
But
one
you're not about to
conversation.
keep in it every conversation you have. These people not about to live in it, and it is still.
Oh, I'm-
toxic
yeah, that's
positivity.
toxic. Oh,
To
you're
tell
about
you not to live in
into
that.
it.
So I
No,
I
you
don't
can
feel like
say
I'm your
that,
friend
but
if I don't tell you not to live in that. I don't.
No,
I-
you can do that.
What
You can
y'all
do
think?
that.
Look.
Let me
Share
get
this.
some,
Share this live, y'all.
wait.
Thank
What
you. Right,
happened?
Maya. Right.
have
See
to
what
be
I'm
a
saying?
listener.
Hold on, you have to be a listener, Maya. No, she said you have to be a listener,
That's-
Maya.
I
What is he
listen.
talking about? I caught it.
I
on top of
listen.
it.
Make sure y'all
Shut
share.
up.
Make sure y'all share this live.
That's how more
Stop what
toxic
you're doing right now and share
than
the
the
live.
optimism.
That sounds more toxic than the optimism.
I can get what you're saying on that too.
You
Y'all
know what
so
my
cool.
toxic positivity is for myself? Experiencing guilt for being sad or angry.
Okay.
Is that something that y'all go through?
Me.
That's something that I am very bad at.
So
Mhm.
what you mean when you say experiencing?
Like you feel like
I'm
you
being
shouldn't
sad,
be sad,
but I shouldn't be sad.
Yeah.
But I have a reason to
be
feel
sad.
sad.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
But if I come to you with that, what you gonna say to me?
If you come,
That's why.
You
That's why you can't be sad.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't be sad because if I be sad, then it's like, why you sad?
Why you
got
sad?
too much to be happy about?
You
Well,
got-
maybe I just want to
You
be
got
sad
your
right now.
kids healthy, all this. Like, okay,
Right,
I understand
but
that.
In
I
this
don't-
moment,
yes.
I'm sad.
Why are
Like,
you sad?
I don't know. I might don't know.
Right.
Like,
That's
I
a
literally
problem.
might.
So
Yeah.
now we
Right.
And
got to
that's a
figure out why you
problem.
sad.
So, but you,
Okay.
you do got to figure it out. But in this moment, figuring it out, it's not gonna stop me from being sad in this moment. So it's like you can't. So now I gotta wear my feelings buried inside.
Yeah, because
'cause
I
I
feel like I
can't be
can't feel
sad.
comfortable.
I
yeah,
can't
in front of
cry.
you.
I can't do none of
can do-
those things because
And that's another
you gonna
thing we
be
go through
like,
with our
why we going
kids.
through that? Why you feeling sad? Why
What
you
is
need,
wrong
you
with
could even
you?
get happy?
Like-
You got too much to be happy about.
So we are going through that, and I think that actually this was this was a conversation. Like, and actually, my pastor, and I wish I had some notes because if he watching or if somebody get back to him, I'm gonna paraphrase him as best way I can in this sermon Sunday before last. And he talked about why do we always feel like we can't be happy? Like, why
There
when
we
things
go.
are going okay, you gotta feel like I gotta be sad or something about to
wrong.
happen.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
Like,
you
that's-
can't.
That's a
anxiety.
problem.
And
I need y'all to-
anxiety.
That's
Women
the
are
complete
overthinkers.
opposite
We're
of toxic
overthinkers.
positivity, though.
It's
That
anxiety.
is the complete opposite of toxic positivity, though.
What do you mean?
Because that person is wanting to sit in their soakiness. Toxic positivity. That's why I said you said how does
It's
it affect
somebody
me?
that
this one right here just say I want to be sad.
But that's not
no,
toxic
it's
positivity.
in the moment. In that moment, we talking about in one particular moment.
And we're not
We're
talking
not
about the person.
saying
We're talking about the person
the
who's trying to
person
pour
who's
off
trying
the
to-
positivity on that person.
Right.
That's
So
the
it's
person
like-
who's toxic.
I didn't know you could
positivity.
be addicted to pain.
You can.
You can.
Really?
Yes. You
Oh,
can.
That's what
I
I'm
did not
just
know
saying.
that.
And so
But that's
this is
not
what I'm
toxic
saying.
positivity.
no, but can Crystal's not listening. Crystal's not
Listen to her,
listening.
Crystal.
What I'm saying is, I understand that the person that is trying to pull you out is considered the
Yes,
toxic
there we go.
person
Okay.
in this
Ooh,
thing.
what?
However, to add to what Jessica is
Miss
saying,
B.
is people want to be sad. And me, if I'm your real friend, I don't want you to sit in sadness.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that your emotions are not valid and you don't have a reason to be sad about whatever's happening.
But you have people
But
that do. That's
Again,
not you.
so that's not me. But what I'm saying is, instead of calling me the toxic positive person for trying to
Crystal.
pull
So,
you out,
no,
let me
I'ma address
finish.
it.
Instead of this toxic positivity being
Okay.
a thing, and me trying to help my friend as not to stay in a painful,
Uh-huh.
dark place, why are we not trying to figure out why you yourself don't know how to get out the painful, dark place?
Because
So,
just because I
let
tell you
me-
something don't mean I can figure it out at that moment. I'm
I'm
coming
not
to
saying in that moment. I don't expect you to figure. I don't
So
expect
I
it to
think
be
we are
figured
not
out
we
in that
talking
paying
about
moment.
two
attention.
different
We are talking about
things.
too many
Yes.
different things.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
So,
that's
but
what
let's
it
just
is.
we're talking about
Yeah.
way too many different things.
Okay.
Let's stay focused on the toxic positivity person.
Yes.
The other person is the one who's sitting in the salt. We
In
ain't
the
talking about
salt,
her
yeah.
this week.
We talking
We're
about
talking about the
you.
person who walking
Yes.
around with the red flags. Smile, bitch, smile.
Yes.
Girl, I'm sad today.
Girl,
I just
we about to
I
get
just
a
fell down the
drink.
steps.
So
Get
you
back up, your other leg
Yeah,
work. Bitch,
you know,
my other
yeah.
leg's broke. You'll be fine. My man just cheated on me. Find another one. Girl,
Yeah.
can I be
Can I be
in this
my
for this?
moment?
That's
Okay.
the type of person.
That's the toxic positivity
Right.
person. Now, how you ask, how
Right.
does it affect me? When you sent this to me, I was very annoyed because I also saw like it spoke to me a little bit because I feel like I'm always trying to find a positive in things, and I never give myself the chance to grieve whatever
that's
it
a
is that I'm
toxic-
going through,
that's
and
a
that's
toxic
toxic
positivity.
positivity because I'm neglecting every negative emotion I've ever had.
Yep.
And that's not no way to heal because I'm always looking for the positive in everything, but you're not addressing anything that you got going
Nope.
on.
You
and
burying
that
it.
You're
burying
burying
it.
it.
Yes, I
You
agree.
are burying it. So that's a toxic positive
Yep.
person because
Mhm.
you're finding good in everything, but you're not really doing the work. You're not working on what led you here, what got you here, what made you sad. Deal with these things first. You can be positive tomorrow. Let's work on what happened today.
So I
Your
can't
emotions.
deal with the negative by being positive.
You can.
you can, but how
That's
is
not what
that?
you just.
So
What
if-
do you mean?
Okay, say if I was a person who was molested in X, Y, and Z, and now I'm bringing up all these positive things, I got to deal with how that happened to me first.
Yeah.
How am I gonna find positivity in that moment?
Right.
I can't find positivity in him.
If somebody keep telling
But
you,
you-
got
that's
to
true,
heal,
but
you
then
got to
we deal
heal.
with-
That's not something you want to tell somebody.
Right.
I'm not saying you would tell that to the person. She just asked
But
me, how
somebody
do you
would.
find-
But you
Somebody
just
would
said
say
it.
that's why they
But
should
you
be
just
thankful.
said
Yeah, and
it.
that would make me
Yeah.
sad. Like, damn, so
Like,
it's
damn,
okay
so
for me
I-
to get molested because
Because
I'm
I'm
alive.
alive.
Right, because I'm alive, and I would take
But
it that way.
and so I think this is really bad for people too, to the point that you just said about not sitting in the negativity,
Uh-huh.
because sometimes sitting in that
Yes,
negativity will
Marlon.
consume you.
Yeah.
So that's what I think we're missing. So don't sit in a negativity because you think that it's toxic for you to be positive, because that means that you're not acknowledging whatever happened. That just means that you're not allowing the negativity to consume you. And I think that's what we as a people have issue with. And that's why I took issue with this, because this is making people feel like they need to stay in a
So
dark
I'm gonna
place.
comment to what you just only said right there. This also skipping steps. People need to be aware that there are steps to get to healing and positivity. So if I'm on step 1 in therapy, I don't need you coming to me and telling me everything I'm gonna see in step 6. Let's get through the process.
Yeah,
let me
let
heal
me
right
do
here,
my
and let's
steps.
talk about this,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna talk about step 2. Then we're gonna
Mhm.
talk about step 3, and then we can bring Maya in on step 4 and give us all the positive vibes. Because what
Right.
you telling us is what we shouldn't hear on day 1.
How do you know you shouldn't hear it on day 1?
You shouldn't. We got to unpack what happened first.
How do we know that unpacking got to take 5 days? Why unpacking?
I don't know
gotta
how many
take 5
days it's gonna
That's
take.
my point.
But
That's
Why
my
you can't
point.
put a time limit
That's
on
my-
nothing?
that's
You
my
can't put a
point.
time
Yeah,
limit
that's
on
my
I mean,
point.
we talk
It
about my
depends.
light bill didn't get paid last week. That could be a day. That could be an hour. We can talk about that real
It
fast.
depends on
But
the
if we talking about
situation.
how my husband found and cheated on me with a midget, that's gonna take a minute.
You know what? Why a midget?
I don't know. I don't know.
I
why
get
a
what you're
midget.
saying, though.
You-
It's
you-
just-
You get
It's-
both saying.
I get
I
what
get
you're
what
saying,
Crystal's
but
saying.
it got
It's
to be a
just-
process. Like,
So do y'all feel like y'all have a sign of toxic positivity?
yes,
Yes.
thank you.
A lot of them.
I have a lot of them.
I blame
too.
my mom.
You blame your mama.
She probably watching like, here she
I'm
go
gonna
with
get
this
it up.
again. Because she's a toxic positivity person. I can never tell her. I can be in pain. If I'm having back pain after surgery, she's like, oh, girl, you'll be all right. You better take them pills.
See, I think mine
And
comes
I
from-
projected that on my kids. Like I was doing that to my daughter. Look, my daughter, you know, your first kid usually gets the rough patch of you because you're still learning.
Mhm.
So homegirl, we growing together. So I be telling her, I'm like, I'm sorry, I do that to you, don't it? She be like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I messed you up, but I'm gonna get it right for the next
or
one.
not being
But
able to
we
be emotional.
We fixing it.
Not
That
being
part.
able to
That's
be
mine.
emotional.
Hiding
Like,
your
hiding my
emotions.
emotions.
Painfully,
I
that's
always
me.
have my
I
emotions.
always
And
have
that's
my
toxic positivity
emotions.
because you're not showing what you really
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah.
I have my
Toxic
emotions
positivity.
to
Yeah.
protect everybody else.
She
Because
said
if I
awesome.
really speak on how I feel, it might upset everybody
But have you
around
ever
me.
thought about that? Like you
So
said, you give
I
your
keep all
Yeah,
mine's bottled
yeah.
inside to
And
protect
that's toxic
everybody else
positivity.
around
like
me.
you said, Maya, you that
So-
friend that always try to
Yeah.
give the advice because you don't want them soaking into it. I had to think that about my friend. I had to think about like, dang, I shouldn't have told her that. You know, have you ever had a conversation like that? Like
midget.
you thought about right? that
Where
like,
I-
a midget
where I
thought.
said I
done
shouldn't have
stuck on
said
the
that.
midget.
Have you
I
rethought
do
a
say-
conversation about your friend? Like, damn, I should have been more positive. I shouldn't have told her like, let it go. Or I've had that replay in my mind so many times.
Me too.
I be feeling bad because I just be
I'm
feeling
sorry,
like it wasn't
bestie.
received.
I'm sorry, bestie.
I ain't sorry.
She know who I'm talking about.
I ain't sorry. I'm not sorry.
She said she's
You're
not
not
sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Why?
I get
I'm
what
not
you
sorry.
saying though.
I'm sorry.
She just missing the step.
I'm not sorry.
Okay.
Because
But
I
see,
want
it's
you to get
not
it together.
what you do, it's how you do it. So
I don't
the
think I
way
say it
Yeah,
like
because
that.
everything you
it's the
saying is
way
right.
right.
It's just when you
Everything
said
as
and how
long
you
as
said.
you put
Especially
them
if you got
in
that
a
straight
certain
face.
order,
Ooh,
like
don't
how
have
you,
that straight face.
yeah,
I'm
you
going
put them in
home.
order of how
Cry in
they
my
need to
own
be
room.
presented, then I'm gonna receive it. But
Okay.
you got to put them in a certain
I
order.
be putting it in order.
Yeah, you got to put it in a certain
I don't
order.
know if you put
can't
it in
just dump-
order.
I put it in order, but I also
You know what's funny? Because I've done that to you when me and you used to kick it in. She used to get so upset at me because she was venting, especially when
But
it was
see-
informative. Baby, you would vent to me and say something. I'd be like, well, X, Y, Z. She's like, oh, you know what? You just get on my nerves. But I was doing what you
I
do.
didn't. But see, you was getting on my nerves because I didn't want to hear what you were saying because I knew that what you were saying were true, not
See?
because you was being
Okay.
positive.
Okay.
Well, she thought
So
that-
And
some
see, that's
people
what
do
I'm
that too.
saying.
That's a different topic.
Yeah.
That's a different
that's
topic.
another different toxic
Yeah.
level.
So
Okay.
right, so that's what I'm saying.
So that's
Like
a
I
different
appreciate
topic.
all my friends that don't be letting me sit in the place,
Right.
and I think all of my friends listen and acknowledge whatever hurt I'm going through, but they ain't just about to be like, yeah, girl, so let's cry together, like waiting to exhale.
No, I don't want nobody to do
Yeah.
that. That's a different kind of thing, though. It's
What is
in
the
the moment
difference? I'm
because
very
it's in the moment. It's like we said, it's steps to it. In that moment, right now, I might
me
need to
find
hear
something
step
else.
one.
So step
Tomorrow, I might need to hear step
So
two.
what's toxic positivity? What step is that?
Immediately
Depending on
telling
which
somebody
one
to keep it
it is.
moving.
Like if I be like,
Well, I
"Ooh,
don't. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
I
so
don't
tired
tell
of my
them-
kids. This, and this. You be like, girl, he do this every time,
Yeah.
But we talking about
and
those
we
people.
just ended it.
Okay.
No,
Those
Well,
people
I- what-
exist.
See
Okay,
what I'm
well, I don't know
saying?
those people.
That-
I'm sorry. 'Cause
that's what I'm saying.
That's
So
what I'm
it's
saying.
like
Okay.
you have to be able to.
Do y'all think toxic positivity is a trauma response?
That part, I
I say
You about
no.
to say that?
don't
You
know
think
about
it's
that.
trauma? I don't think it's
I
trauma.
don't know about that. I can't.
I would say yes
I
for
would
me.
say a little yes.
I don't know.
What kind of this is?
I don't know.
This go
Can-
deep, y'all.
can
This
some-
is why I want
can-
to
She
talk
gotta go.
about
She
this
do her
topic.
research.
Yeah,
I
you-
promise you, if
it's
you
some
would have done your
doctors-
research, you would have
It's some
came in here
doctors.
crazy.
This is why
right?
wanted to
I
do
got
this.
some
No,
notes
you gotta go a little
Because-
deeper.
I got
Because
some
I was
notes.
like, "Why you gonna be in there extra? You gotta go a
Is
little
this
bit more
a
deeper."
is it a doctor on the line? Because I'm very
We
confused.
don't have a
She
doctor
said
on the
it's
line.
a
I don't
doctor
think.
Can
on
y'all
the
find me
line.
a doctor on the
We got
line?
some nurses. But
Being psychiatrists on
wait.
the line.
Very true.
And when you are emotionally checked out, you do project that onto a person that is going through something.
yeah,
Mm.
that's what I'm saying. It be like Maya, one of them.
So I wonder
I'm-
if you saying
we
like
gotta be good right now. Like, let's go. We
Yeah,
moving.
you
Like
toxic,
you said, you might
Maya.
call somebody and be like, and they be like,
Mhm.
well, let's go get a drink.
I be like,
I
no,
don't wanna
I
go
want
get a
I don't want to
drink.
get a drink. I want to talk about my problem.
Yeah.
We gonna talk about it.
But you
And
want
get a
to
drink too.
throw it off. You want to get me drunk, and now I'm gonna forget because I'm about to go dance with Billy on the dance floor.
No, we gonna talk about it.
Tomorrow.
We gonna talk about it there. And then 9 times out of 10, we gonna talk about it for that. See, okay, let me just break it down for those who
Oh,
need
here.
it to be
I
broke.
found it.
Then
You
hold
said-
on one second. They want me to tell them about the
Okay.
steps. So on day 1, that's your crying day. For all
Okay.
my friends that know me, you can report and tell them how true this is. On day 1 of the problem, you can come to me. You can call me. We can go out to the restaurant if that's your tea. We can be on the phone. You can cry. We gonna cry all day long on day 1. We gonna talk about Billy Bob and the kids and the Becky's at your job on day 1. On day 2, if you call me because you still in the dark place, we gonna talk about it for about half of the conversation.
Why we got to do half of the
Then I'm gonna
conversation?
say because that's too long.
Oh,
That's
for
too
you
long.
or you. See, that's toxic.
So I want you to sit in a dark place.
No,
No,
just let the
but
people
you gotta let
move
me
at their
get it
own
out. You
pace.
giving me a time limit.
So we gonna keep talking about the same thing over
You
and
give me
over.
a time
Maybe.
limit.
I mean, I will hope
if
you don't
I
let me
wanna
go
feel
6
like it.
months, but day 2
So-
for real, I
so-
gotta be quiet
right.
already at day 2.
I didn't even realize.
I mean,
You
you
want
want
to
to
keep
calls
because y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand that the more you cry and don't produce results, you just get into a deeper depression.
And you
That's
don't
very
understand
true.
that the
And
more
that-
that
and
you talk to people and you
You're
can't
getting
talk
it
to
out.
them, the more you get into a deeper depression.
Yeah.
Because if I don't have nobody that I could call and talk to and say
She's
that
like,
I
I guess we
feel
toxic,
Yeah,
Maya.
y'all toxic.
and
Hey,
all
y'all
of that,
toxic,
then no, and she lying
That's not
because she'll
putting the
sit on
time
the phone and let me go.
I'm not putting the
Definitely
time
put-
limit.
You are putting a
I'm
time
not
limit
on
on
there.
there.
So
You
listen,
are.
I'm telling
I
them
get
that-
exactly what you're saying. I just think y'all you
She's
got your
speeding
own
it up.
time limit
Yeah,
for somebody
that's
else's
somebody
pain.
pain.
She just
You
speeding
can't
it
tell
up.
me
I'm
on day 1 this is what we're gonna do.
Yep.
Day 2, I get that you see so much good in me. You ready for me to get
Yep.
up out of this, and that's beautiful.
Mhm.
And I pray that I can get there. But you got to work with my time, just like I'm gonna work with your time. I get your encouragement. You can encourage me on,
Okay.
and I hope on day 2 I'm ready with you.
Right, 'cause-
But if I'm not ready with you,
yeah.
you're
We
not
gonna
gonna
keep
ridicule
crying.
me
Yeah.
We gonna
and
keep
tell me,
crying.
yeah, you gonna say, well, friend, you ain't ready got to bed yet.
And therapy
I got to
sessions
pull up
don't
with you.
take
We
one
here for
day.
day, but tomorrow we getting up, right? Okay.
Okay, and then
Now
if I-
no, this is day 2.
And
You
then on
this
day
not-
3, if we still in the bed, you want me to keep you in?
Well, I
in the
hope
bed?
that you find a different tactic to get me out of there. But no,
But don't just
it's
tell me
my
it's time to
timeline.
get up right now because that's something you.
I mean, that's 3
It
days.
was
Like
like
Timing
Timing
is
cannot-
everything. Like you
timing
can't-
is very much
timing
everything.
is you have to.
Okay.
I'm not really
sometimes
expecting you to get
even
over that man
ease
beating on
yourself
you
into
on day
certain
2. But I got the black eye
situations to
still.
even be able
It
to
took a whole
talk.
week for this to go away.
I'm
You want me
not
to be done
saying-
tomorrow with makeup?
I'm not saying that I want you to see. I don't. Nobody's listening. People are hearing.
We
but
heard
no
you. You
one's
said day
listening.
2. We out of here.
Right. No, I'm not saying we not still healing. I'm not saying it's not still hurting. I'm saying that can we be done crying? Can we
But
be
how
done
I'm
being
gonna tell
in
you
the
if I'm
dark
done
place?
crying?
I don't know.
Maya.
I might just start
I
crying
might
in the
start
middle of
crying
telling
in
you
the
about it.
conversation.
So that's
We
my
might be at
point.
dinner and I might cry.
So,
Right.
we're
You're
gonna
not letting me
keep-
get my emotions out.
She told you
That mean
24
what?
hours.
I'm
So
emotional.
now we
You want me-
know.
Number
24
one, I
hours.
think you're not dealing with your. I can unpack that a lot of different ways.
Okay.
And I'm
Unpack
only
it.
speaking. And I'm only speaking
For
from
you.
experience.
Experience.
That
So
happened
I
to me.
understand the logic, but
Okay.
truthfully, timing is everything. It's very true.
And
true.
so I appreciate my friends who didn't, and maybe it's just because my experience was different. My friends didn't let me stay in the place. Like they didn't let me stay there because what I think we gotta understand is if you stay there, the hole gets bigger and you go deeper. So then it's harder for you to come out of it the longer you stay in it. So if I let you continue to stay in the bed, you're going to continue to stay in the bed. If I let you continue to call me and cry about the nigga that's beating you or the kids that's running amok or the job you can't get or the bills you can't pay, the hole just getting bigger and you just crying and we just deeper. We
See,
So
I
no
get
one's
all
saying that
that.
you gotta be that
Yeah.
person because I
See,
don't want to be that.
I don't wanna be that
That
either.
gets tiring.
That
And
get-
and you
yes.
start putting that up on me.
So
I don't
now
need that.
Energy is
So
That
we're
energy
talking
is
about
gonna
two
be
different
projected.
things.
We're talking about two different
We
things.
talking about when she said toxic positivity, that means somebody who don't give you all that. That means somebody who soon
Who
as you just
immediately
said
like over it.
immediately
Like,
What
they
she
want
told
to
me when
fix
I
the
told them I should
problem.
still be letting them talk about it on day 2.
But see, no, now we just talking about this one situation. We talking about everything.
Right. I'm
Like-
just saying about the situation. And when I say day 2, I don't literally mean day 2. Like I understand that
What's
it's a
that? I mean,
process.
with
What
real life
you
talk, she
breaking
said day
down is
She said
surely
at day
enough for me.
2.
I don't want to hear about
And
that
we do
clown
always want a
17
positive
times
friend.
and
We
all
do
of that.
want a
Yeah.
positive friend, but at the same time, we want you to understand. Hey, I came to you for a reason. First off, now you just dismiss my feelings, saying like, "Hey, we ain't about to sit in this funk," and I'm like, "What?"
And we operate
Like,
differently.
yeah,
how
and
you
everybody,
gon'
you
how
know-
you take things in and move on. It may take me a week.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna
Yeah.
dismiss me as a friend and
Yeah.
don't want to be around me because it took
Just
me
because
7
it took me
days
7
versus
days,
you took
yeah.
you 2,
That's toxic.
that's toxic. We
I'm
are
not
different people. We
I'm-
have to be able to. And I'm not saying don't get that girl that girl that's still calling you from last year about the
Yeah,
same
like that's a
nigga.
different
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, so
We
what's
ain't talking about them.
what's the time?
Wow, see, she
It's
still
no
want a
time.
time.
Because you
Can
just
stop talking
told
about
me,
a time?
you just told
Yeah,
me don't
no,
be the
it-
one for
Okay,
a
No,
year.
realistically,
it's
it is a
situations.
time, but it's
not
situation.
times, but it's situations.
Yeah.
So it depends.
I mean, so it is
on
time,
the
but it's not a real time.
situation,
Like-
right?
Okay, so
each
tell-
a fake
situation,
I
each
just
Mystery
I'm
time.
just-
Where you
situation
get
Right.
requires different healing times.
Yep. I agree.
If it is a light bill, we might can get over it. The lights got cut back on.
Period.
If it was a guy, we can get over it. You can go get another guy. If it was somebody that passed away, we might can't get over that
that
until a
grieving
year
process is
or
something
two.
different.
If you was beat or molested, we might can't get over that
So
for a
it's
year or two.
situational.
If you got anxiety or you just stressed out, we might can't get over that until you get the problem fixed.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can't put a time limit on somebody expressing how they feel because then they shut down.
I
And
agree.
that's why people hold all their
and fall
feelings
into a
inside
deeper depression.
and go into depression because
Yeah.
they can't speak about how they feel because somebody judging them
Yeah.
about how long it took
What?
and why it take you so long and why this and why that.
All those people do exist. There are people, and those people who are you talking about who want to sit in there, those are the people who enjoy the pain.
Right.
And I understand that those people do exist, but there's also a thing that we all have to allow each other grace.
Okay.
This world is very, very hard. You, like I said, you may deal with something. It may take you a week to get over it. I may be 3 months in. Please don't ditch me because I'm still calling about it. But you can find other ways to deal with me if I'm getting on your nerves.
The
But
man,
don't. I honestly, and I get what you're saying. I don't want to sit here and listen to the same girl to call me every day about the same nigga all the time neither.
but
I
you-
get
You
that.
know what the main
But
thing
it is.
know your friends.
Yeah.
Know
I was
your
about to get to
friends
that too.
and know what you capable of telling them
Yeah.
and talking to them about. So if you know them, then you know after a week she must be depressed. Because
Yeah.
in a week she wouldn't be doing X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
If you understand people and learn them, then you will know that's something deeper going on if they switch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just flip a switch and now
So I
she's
looked
laying
up-
Say that
around
toxic
or
positivity
doing
on my
these
side. I
things.
don't acknowledge mine. There's
Yeah, I
no
don't
there's no
acknowledge
friend
mine.
that will come
Yeah.
and tell me that Crystal got X, Y, and Z. Nobody knows it.
Yeah.
If
You
I
hold it
call
all
and vent to you
inside.
about if I ever told you anything I got going on, I promise you ain't hear number that one time.
Yeah.
I didn't come back to you and tell you I can still be dealing with it, but you would never know.
That's the
And that's
toxic
when they said it's toxic positivity because I had them
Yes.
behind what a
I'm
Facebook quote.
having it.
I'd have posted this quote.
I'm
So
having
making
my
myself
feelings.
feel better. I don't.
Yeah.
Nobody
So,
has to
and
deal
I
with
think-
my
And
extraness.
I'm
and
the
that's
same
toxic.
way, and I think I'm that way because I be so many people around me got so much going on.
Yeah.
That-
I just
that
said, I
is.
said this other day. I said I can't tell nobody what's going on with me because every time somebody
come to
calls
you.
Right,
me,
They
it's
that's
come
like
to
the
you.
toxic
That's
positivity.
toxic
That-
on their part.
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
don't nobody call and say, Maya, how you doing?
How you doing?
Like, and
Right.
it's and the reason why I feel some kind of way about that is it's I feel like because I'm not walking
They feel you
around
the
wearing
strong
it.
one, y'all.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
I'm
They
not
don't
being
come.
sad,
Yes.
Check
they-
on your strong friend.
You
That's
know what
why
I'm
they
saying?
say
Like
it
that's
It's real.
So that's why that hit us.
That's
the
why it
toxic
hit us.
positivity.
That all these
because
times.
what
And
you
it's our
just
fault, too,
said,
because we're not vulnerable enough to open up
Yeah.
and tell them
Because
something.
you
that's
And
going
then
on.
we don't
get
like to
what
tell
you don't
everybody
ask
everything.
for.
We
You
don't like
can't
to tell
get what you don't
everybody
ask for. Though.
But okay, so then
I just don't.
I'm this friend that care more about. So my friend calling me world upside down, inside out, right side over, and I know I'm going through something. So
now I
I'm
can't
not.
tell you.
Yep. I'll be. Oh,
You killed it already.
yeah.
Because you gave me yours first.
Yeah.
So now I gotta eat mine.
Yeah.
Because what what that turned into?
A
Can we do it
depression
together? Because
session.
I don't know. Am I supposed to say, well, let me listen? Can I go now? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
what
never
you're
done
supposed
it.
to
I
do.
just kept it to myself and kept moving, cried in silence. I don't know. That's
And don't get me wrong, I don't because I know part of this said suppressing
And
my I don't suppress my feelings. I journal a lot, like I pray a lot. Like I have still ways that I get it out, but I feel like I'm always the one that people are coming to with the issue. So it's very hard for me. Or this is another one that gets me because people feel like I got it together. My problem, the problems that I may have are
It's
like small.
Mm-hmm. And that's not cool. Yeah,
When
that's
I
not.
say
That's
that's me,
still.
So because the
And
nigga
the
ain't
your
beat my
problems are-
ass,
yeah,
or because my
yeah.
kids ain't on drugs,
Yeah,
with
you
babies
ain't
out
got
of
no
wedlock,
problem.
and
You ain't got no problem. It ain't a real problem.
because I got a
Yeah.
job that I go
Uh-huh.
to
See,
because
I
I can
talked
pay my
about this,
bills.
I think on one of
like,
our other sessions,
Yep.
or I mentioned it. I always had that problem. Like if I ever tried to vent about my husband, let's just say if I vent about something small he did, I always got the girl by. He a good man, so let it go.
Mhm.
Damn,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
find
yeah.
nothing wrong with
Nothing
this
can
man.
be
I
wrong.
can't say nothing.
Yep.
And he
I
did.
agree.
See, you fine. I was like,
Yeah.
all right.
So I looked up how to avoid.
so real quick
toxic-
before you go there,
We
this is
gotta
a
answer
good
this
question.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's the difference between toxic positivity and speaking positivity and keeping positive vibration?
I'm still trying to
Now
get that
that's it's
Jocelyn.
a difference. The
Yeah.
toxic positivity person never is only speaking the positivity and keeping positive vibrations. That's the only thing they're focused on.
Mhm.
The other person who is like you said, you got a process. You want to help your friends heal. You talking them through the issues and giving positivity. The other person
That's
is
positively
you fine,
speaking.
you'll be okay. It's just only that person
Okay.
is quick to dismiss what you feeling
Right.
and only say
So I
move
think
on.
I think the difference, if I'm putting it in simple terms, is the toxic part is dismissive.
Very much
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
That's what it says
Yeah.
That's
on
exactly
the
what
paper.
it
is.
It
Okay.
says that it's dismissive.
And they don't mean no harm. They stuck in this
stuck
they
in
just
this
zone.
happy
They stuck in this.
zone.
They need
Yeah.
to be in that. And they said that's what trauma spot said. They really just
Yeah.
need to be in that.
Right.
They don't want to be in that.
That's how they handle theirs.
Okay.
That's mean.
Okay, so I looked up how to avoid toxic positivity.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So you know how it say you'll get over it. So
Mhm.
instead of saying you'll get over it, your response should say it's hard, but I believe in you.
Okay.
Okay.
So instead of saying don't be so negative, what you should say is it's okay to feel bad sometimes.
Okay.
Okay.
Always look at the bright side. You tell somebody like, look at the bright side. You should say it can be difficult to see the good in situations, but we'll make sense of what I'm saying of when we can. Instead of saying, you know how people just always got something. You trying to get
could be
over
worse.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And failure is not an option. I've heard that so many times in high school. Failure is not an option. Failure is a part of growth.
It
Very
is.
much
It's
so.
a part of growth.
Now that is a toxic thing that I have for myself.
Really?
For me, failure has never been an option. Like,
But
and
it's a part of growth.
but it is a part of growth, and it's a part that I had to embrace with my growth because I put a lot of stress on myself as not to make mistakes and things had to. So that is true. So I take that one.
Okay, then it say think happy thoughts.
Hmm.
What you should say is things can really get tough. I am here for you. You hear that, Maya?
I say that. I'm here for you.
I'm here for
And
you.
have y'all ever heard this? It could be worse.
Yes.
And what you should say is sometimes we experience bad things. How can I support you?
Okay.
Yeah, because that leave the person feeling dismissed and probably
Yeah.
feeling worse.
I can't
And
stand when
it
people say that.
say
It could
the
be
toxic
worse.
part is dismissive.
Yeah, and
so
you're dismissing
everything that we
dismissive.
just broke down is dismissing the person's feelings.
Yes.
Without dismissing them. You saying
Yeah.
them in a positive way, but to the other person, it's still dismissing.
To you, you
their
think you're
feelings.
doing the right
You
thing
think
and saying
you
the
doing
correct
right.
thing, but really you're just
Yes.
messing with that person.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's dismissive.
Yeah.
You got us something
No,
over
I
here.
just saw something different. It's probably not even it's related, but we probably took us back. Anyway.
All right. We can do it.
Toxic positivity is a form of emotional and or spiritual bypassing. A psychologically defense tactic some people use to avoid accepting or processing the pain or trauma of a situation. That'll be me. That's why I always find a joke. You ever find somebody who probably really sad and they find a joke in it?
Yeah.
Like somebody
Yeah.
could just like, oh, uncle funny. Like your uncle just died. You're not even sad or nothing. You just find something positive in everything that's traumatic. You ever
just
seen
missing
people
your
like that?
feelings.
Yeah, you just missing what you're feeling. Like
Yeah.
nobody get into the
Okay.
process.
Yeah.
You gotta have time to process what you got going on. I don't process that stuff.
I don't either.
I mean, you don't really have time to.
Yeah.
I mean, that all go back to being a mother.
Yeah.
You don't have time to process your
Yeah, I don't
feelings.
do that.
That might be that laugh that I do sometimes. My mama say I do.
What you do?
She just like if something bothering me, she say, and I don't want to deal with it. I just start laughing.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
I just read.
And then
Yeah.
that's why I was
It's
looking like that when you
bypassing
was
it.
reading it.
You
And I
threw
just
it
do
away.
that. I do
You
that.
threw
I
it away.
started laughing.
Yeah.
Like it just, move on.
But sometimes you do gotta laugh to keep from crying because you be like, this mother lover just did. And you be like,
I
Like,
just
just
realized
like-
your stupid comment to myself because I'm perfect. That is not true.
oh, he said he perfect.
What else was on there?
Come on.
Where
You can't
where-
give a person a time limit. Oh, we got somebody else on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. You can't give a person a time limit of when to stop venting on how something making them feel. I don't think I'm giving them a time limit on venting. I just don't want you to just only vent. Like that's an issue for me because I feel like if you're constantly venting and we're not trying to find some resolution in what we're venting about, you're just seeping deeper into depression and sadness. And I just don't want that for anybody because it's very, very, very hard to get out of that the deeper you go into it. And that's the issue that I have.
How do you know you're falling into a deeper depression?
Well, that's a personal thing. Friends can so for me, again, I can only speak for myself. My friends knew I was they could look at me and tell when I was falling deeper into depression by the things that I was doing or weren't doing. Like when I got really depressed, I wasn't getting my nails done. If anybody know me, my nails is my thing. So if you see me without my nails done, it's
I thought
something
I was
going
the
on.
only one.
Something is truly going on.
For real.
Yes,
You
if my
probably
hair
wanna
and my
check
nails not done, I will be walking around the house moping, y'all. That's something about I don't know, y'all. That's something that
and
depresses
so,
me.
And so my friends, that was
And they
one of
think
the
like,
signals.
girl, bye. You really sad about that?
No. So
Some
they
people,
know,
I
they
mean,
know
you
that
know.
I
So
might,
you
that
saying
I
if
must
you
be
in a
going
depressed,
through.
you must be going through
I
something.
must be
you're
going through if my nails
I
ain't done.
agree. I agree.
For real.
I agree.
Like for real, and that's how my friends identify. If my like anybody who see me, if they see me and my nails not done, they're gonna ask me what's
Nails
wrong
always
with them.
I agree.
The
My
nails is-
hair-
no, her nails is always
Oh,
My
done.
hair
mine
might
ain't.
be
I don't
standing
care
on
about
top.
nails
My
enough.
hair might be standing on top of my head, baby, but these
Yeah.
nails
I'll
gonna
play
be
a for
laid
real.
for all the
I
time.
be
Ever since
depressed
I've been
when
in
my
high
hair ain't
school.
done.
Ever since I've been in
Oh,
high
wow.
school.
I used to be like that about my
Yes,
hair.
my
I would
hair, I
if
don't
my curls
play.
drop,
Oh my
baby,
God.
in 3 days, I'm going back to the
Back
west
to the
side.
salon.
An hour drive, don't matter to
Yes.
get my
So
hair
what is
done.
something
Now
that's-
I don't care.
So what is something that somebody can know if you're in it? Like she said, if her nails not done, you should
I
check
don't
on
think the only person that would probably even know that I was depressed would probably be my husband.
her.
I don't think it's nobody.
Is it a sign
I
that
don't
he'd be
even
able to
think
see?
my mother even know if I
Really?
was depressed. Like I don't think
Is it
they
something
would
that
know.
you think you do that he'll probably pick up on?
Yep. I probably just in a funk, in the lay around, or you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, just
Not washing up.
not. No, I'm
Not-
gonna do that, baby. I'm gonna be in that shower. I might be in there for an hour. That he might know
Like,
that
not
I might be
something-
in
right,
there.
while
Like,
she in there.
while she in there, I might just be in there just thinking, or just I might be in the tub for 2 hours, like things like that.
something.
But I
How
don't
about
really
you?
have nothing else.
Don't you think somebody peek?
This hair.
For real,
Yes. I keep my hair done.
I
That
think
was a part of
that's
my
like an
confidence.
obsession.
Do you think that's obsession?
I was obsessed, baby. I would go, but now I don't like.
If I go
don't
to the
know,
gas
like,
station, if I go to the corner store, I go to the grocery store. I have to put.
It's
on
not that
some
important to
clothes.
me
I
no
got
more.
It's important to me.
See,
I cannot go outside looking. I think it was me building my confidence back.
maybe.
Going through my depression stage. It made me feel good about myself, keeping my hair
Mhm,
done, keeping my nails done,
Yep.
keeping my feet done, looking
I mean,
nice.
when your hair done, you feel
You feel
oh, baby,
confident.
You feel like, oh
You
feel
yeah,
good.
can't tell
okay,
me
you
nothing.
can't tell me nothing.
But
And I ain't gonna let you tell me nothing because guess what? I look good. That's me. What you think?
So if your hair not done, we know you depressed.
Yes. Why my hair
what
not
if you
done?
just don't have time?
No, I got
Right.
time. I'm gonna make time.
I
for
don't
my
got.
hair.
See,
You better
I don't
ask
be
your
having
cousin. I'm gonna make time.
I'll be having time.
But see, that's one of those things, like
I
you
don't
said,
have
that just
time.
make you feel.
They say
that
you
make
should make
feel
time,
good.
but I don't.
I make
So-
time.
And so that's the difference between like everybody know. And again, shout out to my nail tech, Whitley, shethebomb.com. My nail tech is a process, baby. I'm about to be up in the salon, but I make sure to make time for that
Yeah.
because
What you
that's
mean
a-
time up in the salon for
Yeah.
hours?
and she be working, baby. Everybody be thinking
Yeah,
I be
I don't
My
playing.
hairstyle
They
is
be
time
bad.
like,
for that.
food, drinks. We
and see, we don't be
talking.
doing none of that. She's just such a perfectionist. Like from the time I'm there, she working. She ain't one of them ones that got 1,000 people in the shop. Like when
Yeah.
you come in her shop, you getting in a chair,
Yeah.
but she taking her time.
Yeah.
She like,
'Cause you don't want nobody rushing on
you
you.
don't want nobody rushing. So I make sure that I make time
She wouldn't
to
be
do
wanting
that.
to do
'cause
my
that's
nails. I'd be
thing.
keep looking at my phone, seeing
Like,
what
girl.
time it is.
But she,
Girl, I done had 8 things to do, and you
But-
still on one nail.
but see-
but time.
but,
I
and
have
so
a
that's the
problem with
only
time.
thing.
Like,
But see, that's the reason. That's probably why I do one or the other because I know my nails take time. So for my hair, it's always like the second back burner. So that's why that's my thing. And I think
So the
everybody
nails
got
is
that
before
thing.
the hair.
Girl, all the time.
Girl,
No, it's crazy.
I might be looking
Yeah.
raggedy about the hair, baby, but them nails gonna be on fire.
'Cause I can't
Why?
stand wearing
I,
hats.
I've been like that since high school. I don't know what it was. Ever since I started getting my nails done, they've been my thing. Like,
I
honey,
don't know.
they got to stay fly.
Yeah, I don't
They
know.
gotta
I don't know for me.
I ain't even
What's
get my
yours?
nails
I
done in
don't
high
know.
school. I ain't care about.
I don't think
I
I
don't
did that
know.
much. A little bit, but yeah,
It
not
used
like
to be a
that.
dirty house, but now I got them kids that just trash anyway, so you ain't gonna be able to tell if I'm depressed or not.
But I do honestly, real talk. I think it's important. Like somebody has to be able to identify when you really are in a dark place.
I
in
don't think
order
I have
to-
nobody to
You-
identify that.
Yeah,
That's
And do you
have to
think-
have
should you
somebody
feel
that
bad?
could-
Like I've seen people in a dark place and you don't check up on them because you got your own stuff going on. Is that a toxic positivity?
No,
because you don't check on them. No,
Because you know they got something going on, but you got something going on as well.
no, because you know what?
Sometimes people
I'm,
don't want to be checked up.
I'm
on
learning
when
to
they going
be.
through
I'm learning to
stuff.
understand. Like everybody has something going
everybody.
on.
Yes,
Mhm.
So
Lord.
we need to start taking accountability for our own stuff and taking the wheel, our own wheel. Please do not depend on nobody else.
I
You might
agree.
have siblings, you might have cousins, friends that you know they need you, but if you need you gotta be there for you first. You can't
I
help
agree.
nobody if you're not there for
'Cause we
you.
have a
And
problem with putting
everybody got
ourselves
something going
last.
on, so people need to really take the control and go get some help. Go find you some hobbies. Go do
Mhm.
something, because you got to start taking control of your own life. You cannot depend on somebody else. And I'm very sorry if I'm not there for you. If I can't be there for you, you don't know what I got going on right in my
Exactly.
And
mind
then
right
if
now.
you ain't heard from the person, I think it's really like, I hate that comment that people say the phone work both ways.
Yeah, I hate that.
Like, you don't know what, like, shoot a quick text. Hey, I ain't heard from you. Is everything okay? Like, you don't know what is going on with people. Like Crystal said, everybody got something going on. And what you think might be little for me could be big for, I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
But what
you
if
might
you the
think is,
person that's always calling, always reaching out, always coming, always showing up, always there for everybody, and then when
then
it's
don't
your
get it back.
turn, ain't
But I
nobody there.
I just,
So then you ain't calling no more. That's where it starts.
Yeah.
Then
That is
you
true.
fade away.
I guess it depends on the
slowly
situation
fade
too.
away.
I don't want to say this because I so hardly feel like that. If you always the person doing that, for me, I would be trying to fall back. But I know realistically we shouldn't be that way,
Yeah.
because you could literally be, your mental state can be much stronger than the next person.
True.
agree.
And that
I
person
agree.
may not have it in them to even reach out, do anything. They probably can't even wash their ass that morning. So if you the one who always reach out, they may need you. So we got to learn how to be okay with being the people that God put us on this earth to be. If we're the person that he want us out here checking on people and doing X, Y, and Z, sometimes we got to be okay with that. Now, I'm not saying be taken advantage of.
yeah,
Don't
that's
call
what I was
me all
gonna
the
say.
time
That's
asking me
what
for
it
$1.
is.
I'm not.
taking
Yeah.
Now
advantage
those are
of.
two different people.
It's
Now if
taking
somebody calling me, they're
advantage
not
of. You have
asking me
to
for no
be-
money.
You
but
got to
you reaching out.
reciprocate. Some
You do
type of
got to learn
energy.
how to
You got to
reciprocate.
give something that
we-
somebody giving you. Some
Exactly.
kind of way.
You do.
You
That's
gotta
why I
give
said people got to
something
stand
back.
up for themselves. You got to get out
Yeah.
here and do better.
And
as
if you don't, people will run over you.
I agree.
They will.
They will run all over.
That's why I said don't. I ain't
So-
saying be taken advantage of. But sometimes I feel back from plenty of people because I noticed that I'm probably the stronger person who's always looking out or always calling to do X, Y, and Z.
I agree.
But when it was time for me, you weren't there. So it wasn't that I didn't want to be there for you no more, but I got to put that same energy I was giving you, I got to put it into me. So to you, it may look like I left you and kept it moving. No, I just gave that energy to me for right now.
Mhm.
I just put it
Yeah.
into myself.
Where I just gave you what you gave me.
That too.
Whatever
too.
you
No.
give me.
That
that's
too. I
toxic,
get what she's
ain't it?
saying.
It
She's
is
toxic.
toxic.
You see how she took
Well-
my sentence and took it somewhere
Well,
else?
call me toxic because as a person that is the giver, you get tired of being a
You do.
giver.
I-
You
that's
get tired
me.
of being
I
a strong
agree.
friend. You
There's
get tired of
Ooh,
But you
showing
don't
up for
stop.
people.
You don't
You
stop
get-
doing you.
You don't, but
Yeah.
you learn who to
Yeah,
do
you-
you
yeah,
for.
you do.
Yeah.
So now I might give
Right.
this person 50,000 times more of me
Yeah.
that I was only giving them 20 of me
Yeah.
because they
Oh
only
my
require
God.
20 of me. But
Yeah.
now I can give them 80 of me and they only require 20.
Me
But
and my
I'm giving
husband was
them
just talking about that.
extra because
Because-
I don't have to give nothing to nobody else because nobody else not giving nothing to me. So I'd rather
Okay.
take my extra and give it to the little people that's
You
giving me
100%
something
right.
I agree.
and pour more into them than to spread my stuff out to people who
That's
ain't
why I
giving
said
me
it's situational.
anything
in
return.
It's situational.
Like,
But
I'm
that,
tired
I
of
100%
that.
And I
agree
agree.
with that.
I
I'm
agree.
tired of it.
I agree with
I'm
that
so tired of
because
that.
I'm tired of
because
it.
what you got to understand, and I think Crystal, you touched on this probably a couple episodes ago, is you keep pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring,
And your
and
glass empty.
your glass empty,
And
and you
nobody
ain't got
pour into
nobody
it.
pouring into you.
What?
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of
My
that,
glass empty, folks. It has
Ew.
been
Oh,
dry.
it's dry.
It's
and
dry.
I think that's,
dust
and
in
I
there.
think that may be where some of the let it go, get over it,
Yes.
toxic
Yes.
positivity
Yeah.
comes from
Yes.
with me, because
Okay.
it's like, okay, like
Why you
taking,
can't hurt about
you
that?
pouring, you pouring, I'm pouring, I'm pouring, I'm pouring, I'm
Yeah.
pouring, I'm still
You're
pouring,
tired.
I'm
Yeah.
still pouring.
Mhm.
Like, and then I got to think about, I still got me to take care of, I still got a household, I still got kids, like, but I'm still pouring and you not moving. Like, I need you to move because you don't understand, even though I may not be giving you money, even though like you pouring from me emotionally.
Mm.
And if I don't have any more emotions to give you, I'm telling you, I need you to get up out of this because
Mhm.
I don't got no more. I got to have something for myself and I got to have something for these kids.
Yeah.
And everything you said, that's proves that Maya is not a toxic positive person. She definitely does the work first.
Oh,
I-
my
And then she
goodness.
does that. We got it. We got
And
it.
listen,
I got it.
I'm trying to say,
I got it.
I'm not
'Cause then
saying
you're
this
not that
happens.
person. I know
this-
them people.
This does not happen overnight. I think I say this every episode because it seems like a lot of things we tie back into mental health, and I'm a strong advocate for it, because when I say sister was probably in a dark place for 5-6 years, like sister was in a dark place. So I'm not
Yeah.
saying, when I say that, I'm not saying it to say I expect people to get out of it, but I also don't want anybody else to have to take 5 years. I mean, can it take 5 years?
Yes,
Absolutely.
it can.
It can
You
take
could
more.
you could think you over a situation
Yeah, I was
and
just gonna
fall right
say
back
that.
into. I
So
have done it
we
plenty
also,
of times.
yeah, you gotta
I
acknowledge
still
that it's
do it.
not a
You have to
a normal
acknowledge your
thing.
feelings.
You
Like
also gotta
somebody
acknowledge,
said,
yeah,
it's
you
no
gotta acknowledge
time.
it's-
It takes
It's no time.
It's
yeah,
no
and you have to
time.
acknowledge
And
it's
I
not a
understand that
disappearing
people
thing.
say
It's not
timing is
pure.
everything, but at the same time, it's no time.
You right, Crystal.
It's,
It's no
we have to
cure.
acknowledge that it's not a cure for this
Yeah.
situation. I may be 100% this week, this month, this year,
Yep.
and I may fall into that depression in January, and I may
Yeah.
get back out of it in February, and I may
Yeah.
right back
And
in
that's-
this July.
Yeah.
It's
It's all about
mental
And
up
health.
that's
and
This is
down.
okay.
real.
And that's what I was
And
going to
it's
say.
okay.
And that's
Up and
okay
down.
for me as a friend and as a person that you come through. Because again, I don't expect for you to get over it overnight or in a short span of time, but I expect for you to show some type of progression.
We have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Whatever that
Most
progression looks like.
definitely.
Maybe one day you was in the bed with the lights off and you with the door closed, you
Mhm.
couldn't feed your kids that day.
Right.
Okay, that was the next day. Maybe you turned the lights on, but you still was in the bed.
Right.
Like that's what I'm saying. I just want to show some sign of progression so that I know that you're not seeping deeper. You know what I'm saying?
said
and
you
that's
used to
not
being a strong
toxic
friend.
positivity because you didn't dismiss their
I am,
feelings.
Danny. Can somebody be the strong friend for me? Because I am. Sis be over here. Sis be over here. I just said that this week. Like sis been over here schooling, working, kidding, life, and ain't nobody said, "Girl, you okay today?"
But Crystal usually asks us, "How was your mental today?" Yeah,
I'm
Crystal, you
working
have
on-
not asked us that.
Baby, I've been in a space.
So I'm talking about what space.
I
So
thought
now
I
you gotta
was-
ask Crystal.
See,
Crystal,
so
how was your
I was
mental?
sending out the
Ask her.
weekly
Crystal, how was your
Wednesday
mental
stuff.
this month?
I don't know.
And Crystal is that friend though, because shout out to Pulmonary Crew. That was the best part of my day, honey, when you put
yes.
them quotes on.
Listen, I swear when I started, well, I might know. When I got there in that department, they were so depressed up there. They so evil. They were so mean. I was like, oh,
At work?
Jesus. Yes. I started putting up quotes on the board. Them doctors walked past. They were like, we don't care.
Oh.
And out of nowhere,
And they
doctors stopped and started
changed.
looking.
Yeah.
And
And
then,
then
they keep
everybody,
looking.
changed.
You
and
got
then when
people
she
coming to
wasn't
find
there
it.
and we ain't have one, we was like,
Where's
where
my
the
Crystal?
quote at? You
Yeah.
ain't put the quote up yet?
Yeah.
So how's your mental this month?
I think I got too much on my plate. I gotta learn how to manage stuff and put things separately. So I'm just working on that right now. So far, it's okay, but I gotta get a hold of stuff. I think I'm stressed out. School finna come back.
You do. You said
I'm
that.
even more stressed
on
out. That my son
episode
go to
2.
middle school next year. I don't want him to do that.
You said on episode 2 you was gonna get some stuff off your plate.
Yeah,
What about you,
Marlon,
Maya?
Marlon, get up on her. She still got that stuff on her plate.
How's your mental?
that boy.
My mental is okay. I was so real quick because I know we almost on time.
We got 10 minutes.
My baby, who is my oldest son, went away to college this year. So he in the dorm room and everything. Girl,
Where
he
he at?
girl, he is not here, honey.
He gone.
Not gonna go. He far enough where I can get to him quick, but it's just. And last night was for me and the dog depressed child. So last night was the first night that he spent the night away from home. So sis been in a little bit of
Oh, you
like
can't
I'm
put out there where he
happy.
at. Tell me where he at
I'm-
later.
Okay,
Oh my
I'm
God.
happy, but it's
Jacob said he's so happy.
girl. He's
Oh,
so
yeah,
happy.
but-
Jacob was like, yes.
Did he
so-
take his room?
that girl? They trying to get down there so bad, but I
See?
won't let them go. So I've been managing my emotions with that, just in terms of mommying. You know, I'm trying to let him do his thing, and I'm not trying to be that helicopter mom. So I'm working through that. And then I started school this week, so I'm kind of in the same place Crystal in. I'm trying to make sure I'm not taking on too much, but also
I agree.
moving that needle. So it's got to keep moving. But so far, so good. You know, I can't complain. Everything that I'm doing is positive. It's constructive. I'm excited about it. So I think that's why I don't get as tired as I used to. So,
What about you, Jen?
I'm entering my isolation period. Like I said, I'm isolating myself from a whole lot of things. I'm just working
taking some
on
me time?
on me, learning me, everything for me this
That's
year.
what's up.
Next year,
Yes.
I'm be ready for me. Everything is for me. I'm working on me.
That's good.
I feel like I've said that so many times, and
You
we
got
never
to.
really did it.
Yeah,
Last year
doing
was
it.
a
Yeah,
real
I agree.
situation.
I'm doing
for me.
it.
This is the first time I ever for real,
So I'm making time.
I lost
for my
friends.
hair
I lost a lot of
because
people. It was
I don't
like,
have time.
oh, she
Like,
weird.
the
No,
time,
I'm just
I
thinking
literally
about me.
don't have time.
I feel you. You working on
So,
you.
Yeah,
It is
making
so serious to
time
do
for
that.
myself.
Well, I don't know. I'm
You
loving
got
it.
to.
Making
You
time
got
for
to.
me.
I'm loving this whole isolation period, working and figuring out who you are and pouring more into your cup.
Pull it up. Pull it up. What about you, Kira?
I don't know, y'all. I be up and down. 1 minute I just feel like I'm up here. I can agree. I take on so many people projects.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it.
Yeah,
I
cut
am
it off.
so over the projects. I'm so over it. I think it's stressing me out more because it's interrupting my peace.
Girl, cut it off.
Yep.
And I feel like I need to cut it off.
Cut
I
it
You
do.
have
off.
to. Do not
Cut it
interrupt that
off.
piece.
Yeah, I don't
Isolation.
have no time for myself.
Cut it off. You gotta have that. And
I'm
don't be
learning it.
afraid. And Kira, real talk. Do not be afraid of the selfish word. Like when I cut people off and start being about Maya and the
Yep.
stuff that I need, I heard selfish so many times.
Oh well.
But what people don't understand is I really can't be nothing for you if I ain't nothing for myself.
Mhm.
So I got to do what makes Maya happy, what brings Maya that peace. And we have to be okay with I
And that's
can't
another thing I'm not okay with. I don't want anybody to label me as mean or selfish or you know
I
what I'm
used to
saying.
care. I don't care no more.
And that's another thing too. I be
literally
saying I don't care,
no more.
but it kind of bothers me.
It does bother me too. But
because if you
I'm
kill
in a space
yourself,
of learning not to.
Yeah.
if
I
you
don't
kill
judge
yourself,
it.
what
You
the
got
people,
to.
what's
What
gonna
they
happen?
gonna do, girl?
Is
Have
that- you think they gonna
have a
stop?
repass and
No.
pull up at your funeral.
Yep.
That's what they gonna
Yeah.
do. Get a
Or
T-shirt
if you
and they might
laid
give you
up
$20.
because you done had a stroke, or because again, we ain't getting no younger. We see young
Yeah.
people stroking out, depression. Like you got to be
Yes.
outside of even that, your health.
Yes.
Very
Time.
true.
Your
No, we got a
health.
whole 6 minutes.
Oh, okay.
We was late.
No, but
but
we're
yeah.
looking at there and say, what is it?
Oh no,
8:03?
we are
I'm looking at the TV.
kind of over.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah.
You know what? I think we do need to get up out of here though, because we did start off late, and that's not nobody's
You must
fault.
put
That's our fault.
yourself first. I agree, Sissy.
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
Put
I appreciate you,
yourself
Kira, for
first.
bringing this conversation, which
Yes.
allows me to literally dig
This
more
was a
into
good
this.
conversation.
This is
And I
so
feel like we
good.
can go deeper into this,
You
but you know,
can.
we just gonna wait this
But then
one
Maya
And
out.
gonna be
learning
yelling
your
at us
own
on how to-
Bring me-
No, because then Maya gonna be
bring-
yelling at us.
no.
I said the steps
Bring
wrong.
me-
We all have
bring me a
toxic
doctor on the
trait.
When we
line.
learn our own
Right.
toxic traits, she gonna be
It's
like,
triggering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I wrote
feel
man
so
down.
good.
I know I'm
Good.
toxic. You
God,
toxic.
get out.
I am.
Still
sometimes.
crying like
We all got a little toxic in us, y'all.
Sure
It's
do.
okay. It's okay. But thank y'all for tuning in. Follow us
Make
on
sure
to see you
all
next
formats.
Share,
Yes,
share,
see
share.
you next
Share.
Wednesday. Please
Like,
stop
share,
what y'all
follow.
doing right now, and please go to YouTube and push subscribe.
Follow
and share.
us and
You are
subscribe
not
to
our real
YouTube.
friends. You are not our real family if you don't go over there and share
That part, y'all heard what
or
she
go
said.
subscribe. We love y'all. Please go subscribe on YouTube.
And we thank y'all for
Please.
tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. We love
We
y'all.
see y'all
Bye.
next week. Peace
Peace out.
out.